Here's your spoonful of courage for today. I'm Dr. Chuck. Are you ready for Jesus to pass by? When he does, anticipate a change of attitude. Jesus and his disciples left the temple and had a discussion about a blind man. John chapter 9 verses 2 and 3 says this. His disciples asked him, "Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" "Neither this man nor his parents," said Jesus, "but this happened so that the work of God might be displayed in his life." When trying times occur, our minds go into overdrive. Like the disciples, we point fingers, we ask, why did this happen? We tend to place blame on the guilty and give credit to the heroes. Now, the disciples failed to question their thinking. What about the reverse scenario? Is everyone who is born healthy and wealthy because they have done things right? Of course not. We don't always deserve credit when the circumstances are positive. Let's look up to the great physician. He challenged his followers to see things through a different set of lenses. Instead of playing the fame, shame, and blame game, Jesus encourages them to become aware of the opportunities tough times sometimes bring. The Lord brings a new factor into the equation, grace. Jesus reminds his disciples to look up, recognize the opportunities in life's troubles, and become aware that God is at work. This mindset moves beyond the natural. Instead of looking out or looking down, grace thinkers look up. Not only do we need to look up, we also need to look within, on the inside. Reflect on this universal. Like the blind man, no one deserves God's healing touch of grace. We can't earn the opportunity for Jesus to pass by our way. If we're honest with ourselves, we're all guilty. The Bible declares no one measures up to this standard. Everyone misses the mark. Everyone deserves to carry the burden of guilt, shame, and judgment. And on many occasions, we are to blame for our suffering situations. Like the blind man, we need someone to pass by and open our eyes. And like the disciples, we need someone to heal our thinking and transform how we see the brokenness in our world. The man who passed by was more than somebody, a teacher, a leader, or an inspirational speaker. Jesus was the light giver, and his light brings sight. On the cross, Jesus passed by all of humanity, offering the opportunity to see life in a new way. This life begins with a touch of God's grace. To receive this gift, we must obey the sight giver. The blind man had to stumble through Jerusalem, find a pool outside of the city gates, and wash his eyes in the pool, in that life-giving water in the pool of Siloam. Sight begins with light, and Jesus is the light of the world. We can come to the sight giver and the light giver, and our eyes will be opened. I'm Dr. Chuck, the best guy to see on the worst day of your life, and we have a free downloadable Bible study for you about this passage in the description below.